Hello and welcome back to my channel, and today we're taking a look at the Killing Antidote. Now this game is currently in early access and it's kind of like I would want to say a Resident Evil spin-off, give or take. You have zombies, you have weapons, you go do stuff, loot, shoot and craft, and apparently some puzzles as well. Now currently the game requires only 1060 as a minimum GPU, and recommended GPU is an RTX 2070, so it's not exactly, in a ballpark of unobtainable hardware for playing the game. So let's have a look at the settings themselves. So we're going with a full screen native 4K, no FPS limit, and everything is set on best quality. DLSS is turned off. When it comes to the DLSS, I would want to say if you have an option, leave it on automatic, because even though the 60 frames for this game is absolutely playable, considering the amount of zombies and the action scenes, you kind of want to get the best possible frame rate when it comes to it. In comparison to Resident Evil Village, this game is pretty much in favor of higher FPS than I would expect it to be, considering the type of the game it is. Outside of that, you do have a couple of things. You can have undressed zombies allowed, and so on and so forth. And obviously I've selected automatically put on new acquired clothing, which gives us this weird outlook. So we're gonna go for the challenge mode, and we're just gonna see how it goes for us. Now, the game itself runs pretty well, as you can see. We're pulling 4.2, well, 5.5 gigs of video memory for now allocated, and 8 gigs of RAM. And yeah, we do have some certain physics engines doing certain things in certain parts of the model. But yeah, the game itself is actually running quite smoothly. Now, surprisingly enough, the minimum requirement of this game actually includes DirectX 11, and recommended says you need to play it on DirectX 12. However, there's no way of actually changing these settings for yourself. So yeah, I played challenge mode just to get pretty much understand the game mechanics, how the everything in regards to the game works. So combat, movement, inventory management and so forth. So that's, I would want to say, is one of the best things to do. Now when it comes to the game itself, it is, I wouldn't want to say this is an indie dev, but there's clearly, you can see that certain things is a little bit different when it comes to your regular Resident Evil titles, which is probably not exactly a bad thing, but I wouldn't want to say that, this is something we haven't seen before. So yeah, challenge mode is great just to get your settings right, get your mouse sensitivity, and essentially kind of get into the grips with the game. The zombies do have a little bit of a damage model behind them, and you can shoot off certain limbs and see how all that works for you. But yeah, let's see if we can shoot off his leg here. There we go. And obviously, even if you shoot the leg off, the zombie will still crawl after you after a second. So it's not like you killed it, which I would want to say is a pretty nice touch when it comes to it. And yeah, the animations of attacking you is a little bit weird. I mean, in terms of a little bit weird, I would want to say it's slightly over the top. Depends on how many zombies are actually attacking you. So yeah, it's just one of those things, really. So yeah, I would want to say start with the challenge mode, obtain weapons, stuff like this, get the grips on how stuff actually works in this game, and then you can play the rest of it. I wouldn't want to say this is a bad title per se, but it will require a little bit of getting used to be fair. The shooting is quite satisfactory actually, but Yeah, as you can see, we're changing outfits as well, and I think that's just, you know, just the game style that the dev has gone with. But yeah, in general, we are hovering above 60 frames, sometimes dropping below, which is not exactly too surprising, but it is how it is, so... The zombies do have a damage model on their body, so if you shoot the leg, they will crawl after you and so on and so forth. But yeah, it's just, you know, good old fun when it comes to it. So yeah, that's the challenge mode, which I believe you kind of have seen enough. And I think you can just get experience and just try on hardest level before you get into the main game. So yeah, you know, getting all your settings correct and so on and so forth. Overall, good fun. Missing every shot is probably part of my plan currently. Which sometimes does happen, I must say. Hey! Right, anyway, let's start the actual game and see how it actually looks, how it starts. And if we get anything else differently from this particular performance run. So, let's start with the story, Jody's office, and see how we go. So yeah, as you can see, graphically this game kind of tries to be relatively close to real life, but it is how it is. Also, I'm not seeing the way of starting the game. Come on. Let's go with easy, come on. Let's just chill here for a second. See what happens. So yeah.
...2033年4月8日夜里1点10分，这里是隶属于 X 基因科技的第7生化研究所。根据物流记录显示，这里是引发 Z 型传染病的药剂样品发货地。现在，这里是一片狼藉，人员应该已经全部撤离了。但愿我能找到一些线索。什么声音？
Right. Let's just, for the sake of argument, turn on DLSS. And there you go. as I said, this game heavily improves with DLSS usage.
希望不要遇到可怕的东西。
紧急通知，全体人员请注意，
天哪，
未知病毒传染
这是什么
现象
鬼地方？
为减少扩散，请做好防护，不要惊慌。
到处要人，
所有人
他们没
员
动了
有序前往撤离，
砸烂脑袋，
等
咱们
待撤离。
真正的杀掉他们！兄弟们，现在一定要照着脑袋打，一个也不要放过！
So yeah, DLSS wise I must say this is already way better than... we need to find the key card, of course. Of course. How else?
这是什么东西？
But yeah, I would want to say, you know, you can get this game and you can start playing it right now, so I would say don't miss out. If you like these types of games, absolutely go for it. But yeah, if you don't, then probably this is not gonna be for you, but overall, it feels pretty nice, you know, even though it might be a little bit on a nose when it comes to Resident Evil, it's still pretty playable, so in requirement-wise, don't see why not, specifically if you get to play it for free. But yeah, that's just a very quick overview of this game. I'm not a fan of Resident Evil. I can't see the reason why a lot of people do expect this game to actually be good, and I can understand why. You know, we kind of need more of these games in our lives, but still.
这里到处都是变异的人，千万不能被他们传染。
So yeah. Anyhow, that's all I have for you guys today.
全体人员请注意，
Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
为减少扩散，
门被锁了。
When, I don't know, maybe this game actually comes out and I'm gonna play it. Who knows?
有序前往撤离，
Over and out.
等待撤离。